True love. We hear those words so often, but do we truly understand what they mean? The world around us tries to define love in so many ways. Some say it's a feeling, something that comes and goes like the changing of the seasons. Others see it as a transaction where love is only given when it is earned or deserved. And then there are those who believe love is nothing more than a fleeting passion, a spark that burns bright and then fades away. But I tell you today, true love is more than that. It is deeper, richer, and far more powerful than the world would have us believe. True love is not just an emotion, it is a commitment. Feelings are unpredictable. They rise and fall with circumstances, but love, true love, remains steady through it all. It does not waver when times are hard, nor does it fade when faced with challenges. It is not a love that depends on perfection or convenience. It is a love that endures, a love that stands firm even when the storms of life rage. So many people mistake love for something that simply happens to them. They think of love as an accident, something they fall into or out of without control. But true love is not an accident. It is a choice. It is a decision to love even when the feelings are strong. It is the commitment to stand by someone, not because they are perfect, but because love is bigger than imperfection. You see, the love that the world promotes is often selfish. It asks, what can I get? How does this person make me feel? What do I gain from being with them? But true love does not ask, what can I get? It asks, what can I give? True love is not about taking. It is about serving, about putting someone else's needs above our own, about sacrificing even when it's not easy. Love is not proven in grand gestures or dramatic moments. It is revealed in the quiet, ordinary acts of faithfulness. It's in the husband who wakes up early to make coffee for his wife every morning. It's in the mother who stays up through the night tending to a sick child, expecting nothing in return. It's in the friend who stays by your side when life has beaten you down, when you have nothing left to offer, and yet they choose to remain. That is love. That is true love. And true love is honest. It does not deceive. It does not pretend. It does not flatter with empty words or play with emotions for selfish gain. It speaks truth, even when the truth is hard to hear. It holds firm to what is right, not out of pride, but out of care. When love is real, it does not abandon when the truth becomes uncomfortable. It stays, it fights for what is right, and it chooses honesty over convenience. But true love is also gentle. It does not seek to destroy. It does not find joy in another's pain. It is kind in its words and compassionate in its actions. It does not tear down, it builds up. It does not belittle, it strengthens. Love does not use anger as a weapon or silence as a punishment. It does not manipulate, it does not control. Love gives freedom, because true love is never forced. And the most beautiful thing about true love is that it never fails. It does not give up when things get hard. It does not walk away when life is no longer easy. True love remains. It remains through the highs and the lows, through the joys and the sorrows, through the moments of celebration and the seasons of pain. Love does not quit. Some may ask, but what if love is not returned? What if I give my love and receive nothing in return? That is the risk of love, isn't it? Love opens itself up to pain because love cannot exist without vulnerability. But I tell you, even when love is not returned, it is not wasted. Love that is given freely without condition is never a loss, because true love is not measured by what it receives, it is measured by what it gives. The world needs more of this love. Families need it. Friendships need it. Marriages need it. This love changes everything. This love restores, rebuilds, and heals. This love is the greatest force on earth. And so my question to you is this: will you choose love? Will you live in such a way that your love is not just a word, not just a feeling, but a living, breathing reality? Because when true love is present, everything changes. Here's a natural and engaging 750-word expansion of key point 2. True love is not about what we can take. It's about what we can give. It does not keep score. It does not measure worth by what someone has done or failed to do. It does not say, I will love you if, or I will love you as long as. No, true love is not conditional. It is not based on convenience or circumstance. It does not change with moods or seasons. True love gives, not because the other person has earned it, but because love in its purest form seeks nothing in return. We live in a world that often confuses love with transaction. So many relationships are built on the idea of mutual benefit, what one person can gain from another. People say, I love you, but what they really mean is, I love how you make me feel. And when that feeling fades, when the excitement is no longer there, they leave, claiming that love is gone. But love, real love, is not a fleeting emotion. It is not something we fall into by accident and climb out of when it no longer suits us. It is something deeper. Love is a choice, and the truest form of love is selfless. It does not seek to control. It does not demand repayment. It does not manipulate to get its way. Love is giving even when there is nothing in return. Love is showing up even when it's not easy. Love is staying even when walking away would be simpler. Think about the greatest love you have ever witnessed. It's not found in dramatic words or perfect circumstances. It's found in quiet sacrifices, in the moments no one else sees. It's in the spouse who cares for their partner through sickness and weakness, expecting nothing back. It's in the friend who gives their time, not because they are obligated, but because they genuinely care. It's in the parent who sacrifices their own comfort so their child can have a better future. That is love, not measured by what it receives, but by what it gives. True love forgives. It does not hold grudges or seek revenge. It does not say, you hurt me, so I will hurt you back. It does not remind someone of their past failures or use mistakes as weapons. No, true love chooses grace. It understands that we all fall short, that we all make mistakes, and that love, if it is real, must be willing to say, I forgive you, even when forgiveness is not deserved. And love is patient. It does not demand perfection. It does not say, I will love you only when you meet my expectations. It does not run when things get messy, because the truth is, love will be tested. There will be seasons of difficulty, seasons where love is challenged, where feelings grow cold, where disappointment creeps in. But real love is not threatened by hardship. It is strengthened by it, because love is not proven when everything is easy. It is proven when everything is difficult. Many people struggle to love this way because they have been hurt. They are afraid that if they love selflessly, they will be taken advantage of. That if they love unconditionally, they will be left empty. And I understand that fear. Love requires vulnerability. Love requires risk. But I tell you this, love that is given freely is never wasted. Even if it is not returned, even if it is misunderstood, even if it is taken for granted. Love given with a pure heart has power. It changes people. It transforms lives. It softens hearts. The world needs more of this love. Not love that is selfish, not love that demands, not love that disappears when things get tough, but love that remains, love that gives, love that stands firm in the face of difficulty, love that is willing to sacrifice for the good of another. So I ask you today, what kind of love do you show? Do you love only when it is easy? Do you love only when it is convenient? Do you love only when you are receiving something in return? Or do you love as love was meant to be, freely, unconditionally, selflessly? Because when we love like that, we don't just change the lives of those around us, we change our own. True love does not hold someone back, it lifts them up. It is not about control or limitation, but about helping another person become all they were meant to be. Love is not just about being together, it is about growing together. If love is real, it does not stunt growth. It encourages it. It does not fear change. It embraces it. True love does not say, stay the same for me. It says, become even more of who you were created to be, and I will be right here with you. Too often people see love as something that keeps them in place. They think love means staying exactly as they are, never changing, never stepping out of their comfort zones. But real love is not afraid of growth. It does not hold a person back from their calling, their dreams, their purpose. It does not say, you cannot go further than me. Instead, it says, go as far as you can, and I will support you every step of the way. Love is not just about happiness. It is about building something that lasts. And that kind of love requires effort. It requires two people who are willing to invest in each other, to push each other towards something greater, to challenge one another when necessary. Love is not always comfortable. It is not always easy. But true love sees potential and calls it out. It does not settle for mediocrity. It does not let fear of change get in the way of something greater. Love also means walking through life's struggles together. It is easy to stand beside someone in times of success, to celebrate when everything is going well. But what happens when things fall apart? What happens when dreams seem out of reach? When failures come? When disappointments weigh heavy? That is when true love is revealed. Love does not say, come back when you have it all figured out. Love says, I am with you no matter what. It does not give up when things get hard. It does not run when storms arise. It stays, it fights, it endures. And love does not just stand by in silence. It speaks truth. It encourages. It reminds. There will be moments when the people we love doubt themselves, when they forget who they are, when they begin to believe they are not enough. And in those moments, love steps in and says, I see you, I believe in you. You are more than this moment. You are more than your failures. You are more than your fears. True love reminds us of our worth when we cannot see it for ourselves. But love is not just about words, it is about actions. It is about showing up when it matters. It is about making sacrifices, about putting in the effort even when it is not convenient. Love does not stand still. It moves. It works. It creates something that cannot be shaken. And this kind of love is not just for relationships or marriages. It is for friendships. It is for families. It is for communities. Imagine a world where love looked like this, where people did not compete with one another, but lifted each other up, where people did not tear each other down, but encouraged each other toward greater things, where love was not about possession or control, but about freedom, about growth, about becoming. That kind of love has power. It changes everything. So ask yourself today, does your love build others up? Does it push them toward their dreams, their purpose, their calling? Or does it hold them back, limit them, keep them from becoming all they were created to be? Because real love does not fear growth. Real love does not shrink away from challenge. Real love moves forward together. True love cannot exist without trust. It cannot survive without honest and open communication. Love that is real does not hide behind walls, does not disguise itself with half-truths, and does not pretend to be something it is not. Love speaks, love listens, love understands. If love is to last, if love is to be strong, it must be built on a foundation of trust and truth. Trust is not just about believing that someone will remain faithful. It is about knowing deep in your heart that they are for you, that they are with you, that they will not abandon you when things become difficult. It is about having confidence that no matter what storms come, you do not face them alone. And that kind of trust does not come from silence. It comes from communication. It comes from choosing every day to be open, to be honest, to let yourself be truly known. Yet so many relationships struggle because people are afraid to be honest. They hold back their thoughts, their feelings, their fears, thinking that if they reveal too much, they will be rejected. They keep things inside, not realizing that every unspoken word builds a wall between them and the person they love. But true love does not need walls. True love requires vulnerability. It requires the courage to say, this is who I am, these are my struggles, these are my dreams, this is what I fear, and this is what I long for. And it requires the grace to listen when the other person does the same. Love does not demand perfection. It does not require that we have all the answers before we speak, but it does require that we try, that we choose, even when it is hard, to express what is in our hearts rather than shutting down, that we choose to listen, not just to the words spoken, but to the meaning behind them, because true love listens. It does not just wait for its turn to speak. It does not dismiss the concerns of another. It does not interrupt with assumptions or shut down in frustration. Love listens with. So many relationships are broken not because of great betrayals, but because of small, unspoken hurts that build over time. One person feels unheard, but they say nothing. Another feels unappreciated, but they stay silent. Resentment grows in the quiet, in the things left unsaid, in the moments when love should have spoken but didn't. But love that is true will not let silence become distance. It will have the hard conversation. It will face the uncomfortable truths. Because it is better to struggle through an honest conversation than to lose someone through quiet avoidance. And trust, once broken, is not easily restored. That is why honesty must be guarded. That is why truth must be spoken with care. A single lie can shake the foundation of love. A single moment of deceit can plant seeds of doubt that take years to uproot. But honesty, day after day, moment after moment, builds something strong, something unshakable, something that can endure. Imagine a love where you never had to question if you were being deceived, where you never had to wonder what the other person was thinking, where every word spoken was sincere, every conversation a place of safety, every moment together free of fear. That kind of love is possible. That kind of love is real. But it must be chosen, it must be nurtured, it must be protected. So ask yourself today, does your love speak truth? Does it listen with patience? Does it build trust, or does it tear it down? Because love, if it is true, will not hide behind silence. It will not manipulate with words. It will not let fear take the place of honesty. Love speaks. Love listens. Love remains. True love is not afraid of sacrifice. It does not measure the cost before deciding whether to give. It does not hesitate when faced with inconvenience. Love, in its truest form, gives freely, even when it is difficult, even when it requires letting go of something, even when it demands putting another's needs before our own. The world often teaches that love should always be easy, that it should never require struggle or hardship. But real love does not fear sacrifice. Real love understands that to truly love someone means to give of yourself, not just in the moments when it is convenient, but in the moments when it costs something. Love is revealed in the choices we make every day. It is the parent who wakes up early to provide for their children, even when exhaustion weighs them down. It is the friend who puts aside their own plans to be there when someone is hurting. It is the spouse who forgives, even when they have every right to hold on to resentment. These are the quiet, unseen sacrifices that build the foundation of true love. But sacrifice is not always about grand gestures. More often than not, it is found in the smallest things. Choosing patience over frustration. Choosing kindness over anger. Choosing to listen when it would be easier to turn away. It is found in the willingness to bear another's burdens, to walk alongside them when the road is difficult, to stand in the gap when they are too weak to stand on their own. Love does not ask, what will I get in return? Love does not give only when there is a guarantee of repayment. Love gives because that is its nature. Because real love is not about possession, it is about service. It is about looking at another person and saying, your joy matters to me. Your pain matters to me. Your burdens are not yours to carry alone. But love is not just about giving, it is also about letting go. There are times when love requires releasing our own desires, our own expectations, even our own pride. Love is not about always being right. It is not about winning arguments. It is not about proving a point. Love values the relationship more than the need to be correct. It chooses humility over pride, unity over division, peace over self-righteousness. And sometimes love requires walking through pain. It means choosing to love even when it hurts, even when disappointment comes, even when rejection stings. Love does not turn bitter when it is unappreciated. It does not stop loving because it has been wounded. Love is not weak. It is strong enough to endure, strong enough to keep giving, even when the world says to stop. The greatest example of love is not found in ease and comfort. It is found in sacrifice. It is found in the willingness to give, to serve, to lay down selfishness for the sake of another. That is the kind of love that changes lives. That is the kind of love that heals wounds, that restores the broken, that brings hope where hope has been lost. Imagine a world where love looked like this. Not selfish, not conditional, not measured by what it can gain, but given freely, given completely, given without hesitation. That kind of love has the power to transform everything it touches. So ask yourself today, does your love give freely? Does it choose sacrifice over selfishness? Does it hold on to pride, or does it embrace humility? Because true love is never afraid of sacrifice. True love gives, expecting nothing in return. True love remains. True love never gives up. It does not walk away when things become difficult. It does not waver when trials come. It does not abandon when the excitement fades or the emotions quiet. Love that is real is steadfast, unshaken by circumstances, committed beyond feelings. The world tells us that love should always be easy, that if love requires too much effort, then it must not be real. But love is not just about the good times. It is not just about moments of joy, passion, or laughter. Love is proven in the moments when everything is tested, when hardship comes, when misunderstandings arise, when disappointment threatens to take hold. That is when love's true nature is revealed. Love that is lasting does not run at the first sign of trouble. It does not quit because of hurt feelings or unmet expectations. It does not say, I will stay as long as this benefits me. True love says, I will stay even when it is hard. I will choose you even when the choice is not easy. Because love is not just about what is felt, it is about what is chosen again and again, no matter the circumstances. But love is not blind. It sees the flaws, the imperfections, it remains. Love does not require perfection to exist. It does not demand that the other person never fail. Love understands that people make mistakes, that life is unpredictable, that relationships are not without struggles. And instead of running, instead of giving up, love chooses to work through the challenges. It chooses forgiveness over resentment, unity over division, grace over judgment. Love endures not because it ignores reality, but because it accepts it. It does not pretend that difficulties do not exist. It does not deny that hardships will come, but it faces them head on, knowing that love is worth fighting for. And the strongest love is not the one that has never been tested. It is the one that has faced trials and remained standing. There will be moments when love is challenged, moments when walking away seems easier than staying, moments when emotions run cold, when words fail, when distance feels too great. But love is not meant to be guided by emotions alone. Feelings change, but love is more than a feeling. Love is a commitment, a decision, a promise that does not fade when difficulties arise. Love requires effort, but that effort is not in vain. The most beautiful relationships, the ones that stand the test of time, are not the ones that never face struggles. They are the ones that face them and refuse to let go. They are the ones that held on when it would have been easier to walk away. They are the ones that chose to stay, to fight, to believe that love was worth it. And love, real love, does not just endure for a season. It does not fade when the years pass or when circumstances shift. It does not love for a time and then move on. True love is lasting. It is not temporary, not fleeting, not conditional on what is convenient. Love that is real does not give up. It stays. It perseveres. So ask yourself today, does your love endure? Does it stand firm when challenges come? Does it choose commitment over convenience? Because true love does not give up. True love remains.